Hello, so today's question is in light of the unfounded claims made on YouTube since the recent 7.4 earthquake in Japan, do solar flares cause earthquakes, and if so, how? Well, first of all, I don't think they do. However, I don't think there's any significant correlation, alright? So, yes, like there was a coincidence, let's say, of this earthquake. You see, it's January 1st, 10 UTC, and the flare was what, December 31st. Basically, like 12 hours difference, right? So it looks very suspicious. But then again, if you look at the second strongest flare of this cycle, you don't really see any quakes there, any significant quakes, right? So let's actually look at this. 14th of December, right? So here I have last 30 days. Let's sort by date. So December 14th. Do we find anything here? Let's try. Let's try. Anything significant? So the flare occurred at 17. So right around that time there was a flare. And you can only see like minor 5, 4, 4. You were already like a whole day past that, 2 days past that, etc. etc. So you can only like look at this anecdotal sort of evidence, sure, firstly, and second, it's my own opinion, okay? You might have a different one. Or you may actually find even like a pretty high correlation, you know, with good p-value, like statistical significance and crap like that. It's really easy to do the p-hacking, right, so-called. Um, but then again, what's it gonna do to you? Like, if you see a flare today, can you say for sure, like, you know, in 3 days there's gonna be a quake? No, you can't. So what are we even talking about? You know, like I have and I'm kind of like skeptical, even on the bitter side, about this because I've actually spent a lot of time trying to find, you know, any sort of correlations of this sort. Like I've studied various like even shady topics like solar sector boundary crossing, correlation to earthquakes, like all kinds of crap, like heliospheric current sheet tilt with respect to earthquakes, like etc. etc. So yeah, but if we're playing devil's advocate, let's assume the flares do cause earthquakes. What could be the possible physical mechanism? And I think it's the ionization of the atmosphere. I mean, what is the flare doing to like the surface of the Earth? Pretty much nothing, right? It penetrates the magnetosphere. Like magnetosphere is transparent to solar light, including X-ray and UV and gamma and whatnot. So it's just gonna like ionize the atmosphere. So you'll have more charged particles, slightly stronger currents in the atmosphere, uh, therefore, there would be inductive currents in the Earth, so maybe telluric currents would increase, you know, the currents that run through the Earth's crust, and maybe that would provoke some sort of response, all right? And there is a paper which supposes exactly this mechanism. Here they claim, like, yeah, we have a really good correlation, but then again, I already told you it's garbage most of the time. But this is my opinion. Like, of course, they sound very convincing. So they say that I haven't checked their numerical estimations, as they call them, but they say that the telluric currents from a strong flare would be comparable to those that have been used for artificially induced quakes. That is, induced by currents, actually. So they've in the 90s, you can see they've buried like wires of current with current, basically just buried wires and sent like a pulsed direct current through them, and they managed to induce like some minor quakes. Okay, so and according to their estimates, I repeat, I did not check them. This is consistent with the telluric current increase from the strong solar flare. Whether you want to believe them or not, whether you are, a solar flare kind of enthusiast, like it's your choice. Once more, like I would encourage any good research into this topic. It's just that I just don't have the resources, neither time nor energy to do it myself. Otherwise, sure. I mean, why not? It's a pretty good area because again, it has a pretty big societal impact, etc., etc. So, be my guest, but my short answer is probably not. Okay, they probably don't influence the earthquakes. Okay.